Did you know that part of the wilderness experience, when you look throughout all of Exodus, since the Israelites left Egypt, crossed the Red Sea, now in the wilderness for 40 years, an 11-day journey taking 40 years. Part of the wilderness experience was about shedding people off your camp, off your association list and your colleagues list that could not go with you into the promised land. It was about shedding people out of your life that could not go with you into the promised land. A lot of Israelites who could not shake off the slave mentality that they had embodied in Egypt. They could not shake it off. They had the wilderness experience and saw many miracles and saw God deliver them, keep them, watch over them, cover them, protect them. And yet they could not shake off the slave mentality and the lack mentality and the mentality of being beneath and not above that they had gained from Egypt. They could not shake off the mentality of worshiping idols. They could not shake off the mentality of not complaining. They could not shake off the mentality of depending on idols to worship and to make requests from instead of worshiping God and making requests and supplications to God only. There's things about the Egypt oppressive and slave life that they could not shake. And many Israelites died in the wilderness because they could not enter the promised land, because they would imbue it there with the slavery mentality of Egypt. The Lord is saying, part of the wilderness experience in your life, in my life, is that He's trying to get you to shake off some people out of your life, people from your past. And He's given you a wilderness to give you time to yield to, yes, I'm shaking this person out of my life. I'm getting this person out of my life. I'm getting this thing out of my life. This thing that got into my life and was normal in my life when I was in Egypt and was okay when I was in bondage in Egypt. And He says, I don't want you to have that when you go into the promised land. I want the weight on your life to be light. I want the yoke on your life to be light. So I'm going to make your neck fat and break some things off of you. But you know, there are people who will carry things that have been broken off of them. And part of the wilderness experience is your willingness to let go, leave behind, not look back on things that have been broken off of you. People that have been broken off of you, people that have been removed from you. Part of the wilderness, the Lord is saying, part of the wilderness experience is about getting you to be okay, to yield to and say yes, to letting some people go. Because going into your promised land, these people are going to trouble you. Because it's a slave mentality on them. It's a wilderness mentality on them. It's an untransformed mentality. It's an unrenewed mentality on them. And they're going to be in your promised land, part of the wilderness. The Lord is saying, I hear the Lord saying, part of the wilderness experience that He has allowed for you to go through is for you to shed certain people out of your life. They are part of the bondage history that you come from. Let them go. Shed them out of your life so that as you enter your promised land, there isn't the weight, there isn't the yoke, a heavy yoke of people from your past, of dead weight that you are carrying into a life where you need to be making strides and soaring. And in order to make strides and to soar, you need to have a lightness about you. Heed. I'll speak to you next time. Stay blessed and be blessed.